Kanazawa. All right. We got quite a drive. All right, we're driving up. I got all my stuff. Mikey has a fight tomorrow. I'm headed to Kanazawa. All right, I got people. That's what it looks like. I don't know why this thing is, I put this on this wrong way. Hey Siri, open YouTube. God damn it. This is stupid. God damn it. What is this shit doing? That was stupid. I'm trying to get this thing set up. I accidentally... All right. Trying to get this thing set up. I didn't want to do it on a sideways view, but I guess for driving, it's going to be better, right? I don't know. What do you think? Should I restart it? Should I restart the stream? Are you good with this? Good with this? Are you good with this here? You got well, you got that damn thing in the way. Got the damn fucking thing in the way. I don't know. Should I restart it? I don't know. Do not know what I should do. I don't know. Why is this shit not playing? There we go.
Verses or beat breakdown. Let's iterate.
Why the fuck isn't it playing? Oh, look at that. Oh, look at the, that's funny. The fucking crow was chasing the kestrel. The crow is chasing the kestrel. That kestrel could destroy that crow. That was funny. It's like, why is that crow? The bird was going so fast. So fast.
No.
What the hell? It's not gonna work when I fucking have it on here? Try to get this thing going. Route 8, 153. 153. I think 153. All the way through the mountains. Huh. 153 through the mountains. What is this person doing? I gotta deal with this shit, dude. I gotta deal with this. People who can't drive in the snow. She is so fucking scared of the snow. She know what to fucking do.
Bullshit with zero chill. Pedal.
Maybe she doesn't have snow tires on. Maybe she's only two-wheel drive. Who knows? Who knows? We're headed to Kanazawa.
Pedal loving Nazi. As the ultimate diss track on hypocrite, holy rollers, child praying robes, and swastika waving enablers, pounding 808s, snarling delivery, crowd scream, no cap, all fire. Here's the full track. Yeah, fuck the frauds. They pray in the pews, but pray in the dark. Cross on the neck, devil in the heart, ice jack boots marching, Gestapo glow up. Undocumented dreams getting stomped in the mud, time to call it out. Fake fuck Christian. Fake fuck Christian. Pedal loving Nazi. Hide behind the Bible, but your soul's getting flashy. Fuck the fake Christian. Pedal loving Nazi. Raised on the borders, kids in the trash heap. Fake fuck Christian. Pedal loving Nazi.
I don't think my VPN is on this thing here. I'm on the phone. That's a Kestrel. sort of hawk. That's a kestrel. Nice. Things you have on here. Let's see here. We're actually not going to be taking the interstate. We're taking the local road. It's an hour and 40 minutes. Hour and 40-minute drive to where I'm headed. Look, I got the long view. You can see my buddy. Wake up. Wake up, buddy. All right, we're headed to Kanazawa. All right. His neck's kind of sticking out there. All right. Right there. You got snow coming down. Route 9, 2 kilometers. don't know why my music's not working. For some reason it's not working. Usually, sometimes it works. This is snowy Japan. We're headed to Kanazawa, my son's boxing. I don't know why my music's not playing.
In the pulpit, time to expose the gas. Fake Christian, they don't love a Nazi. We ain't praying no more, we rising, we crashing.
There you go.
Collar popping preacher with the devil's grin.
There we go.
Sunday sins on the weekend spin.
That's
Music.
music.
While the choir sings hallelujah, then tweeting about borders like a border collie. Heard a ice roll deep, vans black as midnight rays, snatching mamas at dawn, leaving babies in the shade. You quote Leviticus, but love Leviticus lies. Pedal paradise behind them stained glass eyes. Nazi flags waving at the mega church rally. Build a wall chance while they building body tally. Undocumented sweat built your golden steeple. Now you call them demons, man, it's straight up evil. Fuck your tax breaks, fuck your holy waterfront, where the flood coming. Your ark's getting sunk. Fake fuck Christian, pedal loving Nazi. Hop behind the Bible, but your soul's getting flashy. Fuck the fake Christian, pedal loving Nazi. Raised on the borders, kids in the trash heap. Fake fuck Christian, pedal loving Nazi. Burn it down, just stop her in the pulpit, time to expose the gang. Fuck Christian, pedal loving Nazi. We ain't praying no more, we rising, we crashing. Alright, altar boys with the tiki torch flex, preaching purity while they protecting the preds. Family value my ass, it's a family of frauds, covering tracks like confessional broads. Ice ages, praying before the dawn sweep, cuffing dreams in the street, making grandmas weep. You love the orange idol, tweeting from the throne, but your God's getting ghosted when the truth gets shown. Pedal rings ringing like your collection plate. Nazi youth groups in the basement selling fate. We undocumented, but our files undocumented too. Burning through the hypocrisy, straight exposing you. No more turning cheeks, we flipping the script. Revolution in the rhyme, watch the empire slip. Fake fuck Christian, pedal loving Nazi. Tear it down. Fuck the fake Christian. Stop her. Your time's up. Revolution now, yeah, fuck the frauds. There it is. Pure rage. Repetitive like FDT, but the laser focus on the fake piety and rage. Spit it over that G-funk bounce and it's a banger. On a bridge, more verses, beat breakdown. Considerate. Fucking orange, but
Hold up. Woo! Alright, we got our issues with the sound again. Maybe it'll sort itself out. Look at this heavy, this is kind of like a sleet. We call this sleet. This is sleet. It's kind of like when snow just becomes like little snow pockets. Sleet on there. I don't have comments, which is not a good thing. I can't read comments, so just music. Give you a view of Japan. We're taking rural Japan. Enjoy the ride with me, as we're going to be an hour and a half in this shit. An hour and a half in this shit. Icy roads. And I'm taking the local roads. We'll see how bad they are. Hopefully, I've not made the wrong. I hope my decision I made is okay, because I'm taking the mountain roads, and hopefully they've had snow plows going through them instead of taking the interstate, which I think, you got people driving crazy 80 miles per hour. There was an 80-car pileup on the news, and I don't know. I just wanted to avoid that shit, dude. All the cars will be on the interstate, so I'm avoiding the interstate, but hopefully I'm not going to get stuck. I do have my shovels, do have my boots. The weather, as you can see, is turning to shit, so we'll see what adventure. We're headed to Kanazawa. Kanazawa is a pretty historic, famous place. It wasn't firebombed by the Americans, so this is what Japan looks like. And this is crazy ass heavy, shit snow going on right now. And yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen. This guy's going really slow. So I go around him, stay behind him. Guess I'll just stay behind him. They're going super slow. Probably because it's not a four-wheel drive. You know, you can tell when you don't have a four-wheel drive because they drive super slow. Like this guy. This guy's, we're going 30 miles per hour, literally 30 miles per hour. And look, they don't have their lights on. Like this car in front of me is white with no lights on. You can see the reflection that I have my lights on, but the cars really don't use their lights correctly in Japan. This guy's got his parking lights on. Those are parking lights. They shouldn't be running parking lights. Wow. That's his hail sledding.
Johnson knows what monsters you hide while you settle up the White House with fascist pride. Fake for Christians, pedo loving Nazis, your gospel of hate is just for the mega armies. Now winners, you're tipping the scales, leading the poor while democracy fails. Obtaining facts from your sycophant choir, Constitution burning in your right stack fire. ISIS, your Gestapo terrorizing the streets, ripping kids from their mothers, making migrants weak. You preach family values you can't even keep. You scream pro-life, but it's death that you reap. Statue of bigotry replacing Lady Liberty's flame. It's genocide for God's name. Fake for Christians, I see your gospel of hate is taking army. Sinners, now winners, you're tipping the scales, bleeding the poor while democracy fails. This is the American Scream, Trump edition, where charity's a tax scam, a cruel omission. The only book you read is the one you can censor and burn. You're not shepherds, you're the slaughterhouse men, and we're just the cattle.
Again and again.
And again. Fake for Christians, pedo-loving Nazis, your gospel of hate is just for the mega army. Sinners, not winners, you're tipping the scales, bleeding the poor while democracy fails. Freedom's in ashes, 'cause of the red-haired asses. Sinners, not winners, Constitution burning, while you keep on running. Pray for
Look at this crazy weather. Look at this crazy weather. Hopefully as I get closer to the sea. I'm losing my snowplow. They've gotten to their destination. I'm continuing. Crazy. like nearly a complete whiteout. A little whiteout here. This is hail, so we're not getting snow, we're getting hail. There's no one behind me, there's no one in front of me. Like, fuck this road. See, this guy doesn't have his lights on. The guy's like he's nearly invisible. I don't know why people don't drive with their lights on. What do you think? Do you think it's is it risky? What do you think is the higher risk? Driving on an interstate with lots of trucks, lots of snow, lots of fast cars, or taking this road here that I'm taking, which is the local road, which has far fewer cars, but you know, but potentially more snow. I don't know. What do you think? Those cars are pretty damn close to me. I don't know. What's your opinion? This road, or should I've taken the interstate? Or are we gonna be okay on this road? So that's what I don't know. I don't know if I made the right choice or not, you know? And these are like one of those choices where I think the road up here should be better. I'm hoping. Anyway, we're going to get on to Route 8 up here. These small little towns. You can see that they've had a snow plow come through here. Right? You can see the snow plows come through here. There hasn't been that much snow. Here's a guy who seems stuck or unloading something. Oh, he's delivering fish. That's a fish delivery truck. And there's the interstate. I'm passing under the interstate right here. This is the interstate. Or is that the high-speed rail? That could be the high-speed rail. Not sure if that's the high-speed rail or interstate. So this is Route 8 we're getting on here. There'll be more trucks, more cars on here. As you can see here, you see the trucks. This is the, this road should be okay. Well, there's quite a few trucks that don't want to pay the tolls that use this road. Why is messages off? It's down. This is a main road. This is the old interstate road. Al, this is the old interstate road. Again, yeah, this is probably the same storm. This storm is going to hit the United States, by the way. This is all headed your way, guys. This is all headed your way, you know? Ushinoya. So this road should be a lot better. This is like this is the old interstate road. Look at this snow. You can see the water sprays. This is water sprays. I don't know if you can see the pattern. Oh, God damn, it's so... Gotta beat up the window more. You see the lines across the road? That's water. That's water that they're spraying, but creating slush. Spraying from the side of the road. It's basically spraying from across the road. But look, it's like it's having trouble staying with the... So it's zero. It's zero right now. It's flashing zero. I'm going downhill about like a 5 degrees slant. Dude, this iced up, this would be like insane. On the side of the road, you see that pipe on the side of the road? It's spraying water onto the road. Like jets of water being sprayed onto the road, Al. The truck doesn't have his lights on. What the fuck? These... Yeah. Japanese water defrosting system. I don't know what that sign says. It says, be careful, I imagine. But can you see the jets of water on the side spraying into the road? That Jeep is flying. My car's getting a nice wash. I don't know if you can hear the water hitting the side of the road? It's melted. It's the water on the road is melting it. it doesn't look like a lot of snow because it's being melted by the water. Literally, there is 1,000 little water jet sprays spraying the road, and I guess, you know, causing it to melt. We got another hour and 14 minutes driving. Another hour and 14 minutes. Mikey's boxing match is tomorrow at 1 p.m. So that's like around midnight, or let's see, 11 p.m. 11 p.m. Tonight, your night. 11 p.m. tonight is Mikey's boxing. I brought my Wellington boots, my galoshes. Hopefully, as we get closer to the ocean, we'll get less snow, I would think. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going, is boxing. I'm headed to boxing. Mikey's got his competition. My wife is really pissed off because it turned out they had a room for him. And we booked a room, and then they wouldn't cancel the room. I wasn't gonna go, but since they wouldn't cancel the room, I'm like, fuck it, let's go. We're paying for the room, 2 nights. So that's why I'm headed there. Guy's going really slow. Rainbow, smile for all, like a bullseye. Get behind these cars here. This is on the way to the, we go this way to go to the, what's it called? See, I'm glad I got behind that, got around that car. I would have hit that traffic light. Just nudged through that traffic light. See, this is lighter snow. Kind of wettish snow, wettish. Very wet snow coming down here. See, we're actually, we got through that mountain. Mountain's to my right. Let's try to get around some of these cars. That one's in a single file here. There he goes. See, I got a little momentum. Get in front of all these cars. That there is the high-speed rail, that big old bridge in front of me thing. Well, that guy's hauling ass. This guy's hauling ass too. Slow down here. Turn the heat down, it's too fucking hot. But I needed it hot to like really heat up the window because it was frosting up. Do you like this view or do you like the long view? Al, which view? Do you prefer this view or the long view? Which view do you prefer? The wide view? This is the wide view. I guess you can zoom in on areas. You get to see a better landscape view. Or do you like the perpendicular? Oh, you like this view? All right, good. All right, because you get more of a view. You get a more. You pretty much see what I see. You know. Let me get over. These guys are going pretty fast. I'm just gonna stay behind these two cars at a safe distance. There's a truck trying to pass me here. Big old truck. You know, nice distance behind the car in front of you. In case something happens with them, you got plenty of time to stop. It's like you're in the vehicle with me. Nice. You are in the vehicle with me. Driving to Kanazawa, to Mikey's thing. Big old trucks. I don't know why the music's not working. Why is the music not working? What the hell happened to the music? All right. I gotta let it catch up a little bit. That one. Notice how the car in front of me doesn't have his lights on, you know? You notice how, you know, it's amazing that Japanese people don't drive when they have bad weather, drive with their lights on. It's amazing. Oh, wrong way. Wrong way. I lost those guys. Looks like that could be got a truck in front of me. Food here on the right looks good. Looks like a ramen place or something. Kind of hungry. Yeah, that's ramen. A little ramen shop. Well, we're gonna stop for need to stop for lunch. We'll get to Kanazawa. I'll drive for an hour. See how fast these people are. Look at that guy walking. There's that guy going. He's out for a stroll. It's a good time here. The little road doesn't freeze over. Kilometers. Let's see. Maybe we get some news on or something here. What's going on in the news? My player isn't playing. I'm on my good phone. All those trucks. What kind of truck is that? Looks like maybe kerosene. What do you think is in there? Kerosene. Doesn't have any warnings on it. Or is it
It's an old saying. If you
it's got liters. It's
can't see the con, then you're the mark.
I would screw him if I could.
When Trump took office in 2017, his first act was to cut taxes for corporations from 35% down to 21%. So who paid the difference to keep America running? One guess. Here's a message to you, MAGA. Your guy, this guy, whom you think has your back, is showing you exactly who he really is. But the question is, can you pull your head out long enough to see it?
But I wish you could Explain to me what the hell's going on.
From day one, Trump has always been about Trump. I mean, look at the numbers. Listen to the rhetoric. Trump has used your hate and prejudice to pull off the world's biggest con. And you, with a little red hat and spittle in your teeth, you're the mark. But he cares about us, Chip. You don't know. Yes, I do. He fucking loathes you.
We need every voter. I don't care about you. I just want your vote. I don't care.
Trump spoke at the World
I don't
Economic
care
Forum
about
Switzerland
you. I
today.
just
And
want
at a
your
time when
vote.
affordability and cost of living for the average American is burying them in debt, this pustulant skin tag was boasting about the world's richest Americans, the elite, all telling him that he more than doubled their net worth.
I said, you've doubled your net worth since I've been president, right? He said, yeah, even more than that.
Okay, in Trump's America, corporations are cutting wages when they're not cutting jobs, cutting access to health care, and most notably, under Trump's beautiful bill, cutting the Affordable Care Act by denying access for 18 million Americans, none of whom were in Switzerland today.
I'm very rich.
Even in the poorest red states like Mississippi, where the only job opportunities being created pay minimum wage, which in Mississippi is $7.25 an hour. You can't even buy a six-pack with that. The top 1% in the U.S. holds 35% of America's wealth, and the average income for the top 1% is over $1.3 million, where the average income for the remaining 99%, 50 grand. And as far as health coverage goes, 65% of bankruptcies are caused by medical bills from the bottom 99%. And on average, red states who voted for Trump, well, those states have 72% less clean water, 58% dirtier air, 75% greater exposure to toxic chemicals, poorer roads, underperforming schools, and most importantly, Republican con men.
And what job numbers we had today, did you hear?
And the banks, after the Great Recession, they were selling worthless mortgage bonds, a criminal offense. But when the world economy collapsed, did they go to jail? No, we gave them trillions so they could fuck us one more time. I don't hate MAGA, but it was their racism and ignorance that made them vulnerable. They were and still are the mark. It's what rich people do and have always done, pitted the poor against immigrants. And look who followed Trump to Epstein's Island. The rich and glamorous like Bill Gates and Prince Andrew. They believe they can have whatever they want. The question is, when it does fall, will MAGA see it coming? Will they see it in time? Will they see that it's falling right on them?
Goddamn.
2 years ago, we were told that Biden's immigration plan that failed in the Senate, the one co-written by Chris Murphy, Kristen Sinema, and James Lankford, was shut down and denied a vote in Congress because Trump didn't want Biden to get an immigration win. The media consensus at the time was that Trump wanted to swoop in and claim the win for himself. Because for reasonable people, that was the worst we could possibly imagine. How foolish we were. The depth of cruelty in detaining a 5-year-old in a fucking Spider-Man backpack in his own driveway, exploiting his pure-hearted trust of adults and using his family's love for him against them as they guide him to knock on the door and look for more targets. It is as unspeakable as his little face is unforgettable. It's now clear to all of us that Trump didn't sabotage this bill to deny Biden a win. This bill would have reduced border crossings a year before the election. It would have increased beds in detention centers, but would have added immigration judges to clear backlogs and speed up the legal process. With no path to citizenship, this bill was a Republican dream, but he killed it anyway, because that bill would have made it impossible to justify the abhorrent shit they're inflicting on us today. They never wanted to fix the broken immigration system. They needed it to stay weak, inefficient, and dysfunctional, so it would be ripe for exploitation. But we see it all now. We see them and we see who wants to work for them. And I can promise you, what we're seeing right now, we will not forget. 2 years ago, we were told...
It didn't make any sense.
He's as sober as any man can be. He doesn't touch a drop of alcohol.
You never drank in my life? I mean,
Yet, here he is, getting arrested for supposedly driving drunk in Florida.
there was absolutely no reason for this to happen.
Sure enough, a urine test later revealed what he knew to be a fact. He was stone cold sober. We tried to speak to Officer Gates. We'd just like to ask you about the DUIs, but he didn't want to talk. So we spoke to his boss.
Officer Gates makes DUI arrests in performance of his duties. He's very dedicated to traffic safety, and we're extremely grateful for his service to our community when it comes to DUI enforcement.
Loveland Police Chief Robert Tyser.
Can you imagine how frustrating and humiliating that would be to be arrested for DUI when in fact you weren't drinking and blew a 0.0?
I believe that when this officer or any officer in this department makes an arrest, it's based on all the probable cause.
Dirty Jeep
Put it in the comment section, JBTP, you jackboot thug pig.
I was shocked. It didn't make any sense.
He's as sober as any man can be. He does.
Watch what this copper does.
Please tell me who's here. I'm here. I don't give a fuck. But I want my phone. Well, understand this, son. I'm not going to put up with this. Understand who you're talking. What the fuck?
There's the good cop. He doesn't say to him, hey man, that was a little bit much. You gotta calm down a little bit.
Not going to put up with your crap. I told you to quit yelling and screaming. You're not allowed here. Please.
In what lawmaking capacity was he working right there? In what law enforcement capacity?
My name is Magnifico. My badge number is 5815. Don't touch me. Don't touch me again.
What would be his probable cause or his exigent circumstances that would require that amount of force? Watch what this copper...
You're looking at a real-life miracle. 10-year-old Joshua Dennis of Utah.
You should make an apology to us. Because you didn't congratulate us for this deal that President Trump made between Albania and Macedonia. I'm sorry to tell you. Yeah.
Gestapo is terrorizing them. They're afraid to leave their home. But we went in there and we preached the words of Jesus at them. Jesus said to love thy neighbor. Jesus said to welcome aliens from faraway places. But we're terrorists? They're calling me a professional agitator now? Well, yes, I am. I am an agitator because people need to be agitated. What they're doing to this nation is unconstitutional. It is inhumane. It is treason. It is disgusting. ICE is the complete opposite of Christianity. You cannot be an ICE agent and be a pastor. That is a white supremacist church. As long as that pastor is allowed to preach there, it is a hateful church. Those are not Christians. Those are evil people if they support that. So we will continue to fight. We will continue to stand up for our Black, Latino, and all communities because we care. Because we care about humanity. Because we care about the Constitution.
I'm generally a pretty liberal person, but when I saw videos of ICE jumping out of unmarked vehicles and nabbing people off the street, that's when I actually bought my first AR-15. So I'm pretty new to this, but you know, the Second Amendment's for all of us. And now I'm seeing videos of Black Panthers out in Minneapolis, you know, chasing down ICE and other police and stuff. I think that's what it's all about. You know, we're facing tyranny right now. And I want to be prepared for if that stuff comes to my neighborhood.
What have you sort of thought about it? I've seen the same videos you're talking about. I've seen some of the stuff in person that you're kind of talking about. But I've seen some people on the right wing take issue when the left arms up.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, the amendments to the Constitution are for everybody. You know, we're all American. We all have those rights, and we should all be using them. That's my opinion on it. I'm generally a pretty liberal person, but when I saw videos of ICE jumping out of unmarked vehicles and nabbing people off the street, that's when I actually bought my first AR-15. So I'm pretty new to this, but you know, the Second Amendment's for all of us, and now I'm seeing videos of Black Panther.
They kidnapped me. They took me. They arrested and detained me for 2 days, and I was put in county jail. ICE came. They came out of their cars. They asked asking me to see the ID. That man, he called me the N-word. They pushed me hard. They used a lot of violence. My body still hurts. I got a concussion. It's really hard for me to speak because of that concussion. And I was screaming. I was crying. I was so scared.
This is a fucking black woman, right? Do you think that they're not just they're coming for anyone who isn't white? These fucking Gestapo Nazis.
Never been arrested in my life. I don't have like a criminal record. I have a clean record. I was literal cuffs were put on my legs, cuffs on my hands, and I was actually detained with a Native American woman. And I bless her heart, she went through a lot too. She was also detained by ICE, and she was also a U.S. citizen, and like me, and she had gashes.
American Indian. ICE is detaining Americans. They don't give a fuck, dude. If you're brown, and I said all this shit. I said this shit was gonna happen, and this shit is fucking happening, right? It is fucking happening. Exactly like I said it was gonna go down, that they don't give a fuck, because once, you have to understand, once you take away the constitutional rights of one group, you take away the constitutional rights of all groups. And that's what we're seeing. Listen to this shit, dude. Listen to this.
They shattered her windows. She had blood on her jeans, her corduroy jeans, and she was crying because she was so scared because she was with her dog, she was so scared that her dog got hurt. She was so scared for her life. We were both crying together. We were holding each other tight. And I'll never forget, like, the fear that we both felt in our hearts that day. They kidnapped me. They took me. They arrested and detained me for 2 days, and I was put in county jail. They came out of their cars. They asked me to see my ID, and while they were asking me to see the ID, that meant
23-year-old, right? American, 23-year-old American, because she ain't white. She doesn't look like me, so obviously she's illegal. I mean, this is the America we live in right now. If they don't, you don't look white, it's fake ID. That ID isn't right. That ID is fake. Can't believe that ID, you know? Because once you don't have due process and you're throwing that shit out the window, then everyone loses due process. Sickening. Fucking sickening. Let's see here. Another 48 minutes to go driving.
Called first.
I'll listen to her again. And she was in prison. She was in jail with another Native American. I'd be freaking out.
Kidnapped me. They took me. They arrested and detained me for 2 days, and I was put in county jail. ICE came. They came out of their cars. They asked me to see my ID, and while they were asking me to see the ID, that man, he called me the N-word. They pushed me hard. They used a lot of violence. My body still hurts. I got a concussion. It's really hard for me to speak because of that concussion. And I was screaming. I was crying. I was so scared. I've never been arrested in my life. I don't have like a criminal record. I have a clean record. I was literal cuffs were put on my legs, cuffs on my hands, and I was actually detained with a Native American woman. And God bless her heart, she went through a lot too. She was also detained by ICE, and she was also a U.S. citizen, and like me, and she had gashes on her face. They shattered her windows. She had blood on her jeans, her corduroy jeans, and she was crying because she was so scared because she was with her dog. She was so scared that her dog got hurt. She was so scared for her life. We were both crying together. We were holding each other tight, and I'll never forget, like, the fear that we both felt in our hearts that day. They kidnapped me. They took me. They arrested.
That's fucking insane. Insane. Yeah, they're murdering people's pets. They don't give a fuck, dude. They're vandalizing, destroying people's private, property, their car, causing damage. Hundreds of dollars worth of damage, thousands of dollars worth of damage. These guys are motherfucking sick bitches, dude. People, I'm telling you, it's not going to be long between these fuckers start dying in the streets. It's not going to be long. Americans are getting this fucking fed up with this shit that they're going to say, fuck it. I mean, they're, an individual who basically lost his job, doesn't, lost his house, can't pay his mortgage, has his guns. Like, remember the guy, someone's going to break, and they're going to, you know what, I'm going to take out a bunch of these motherfuckers. I'm going to take a bunch of these motherfuckers out. I don't give a fuck if I die, but these motherfuckers are dying. That I can see someone, I don't agree with this shit, dude, but I can see someone literally breaking. Someone who has had enough of fucking ICE, who had enough of this shit, and they're just going to take out a whole bunch of them, right? A whole fucking bunch of them. And I'll be like, I fucking told you so. There are people who have had enough, who are losing their jobs or losing everything, and they're gonna say, fuck it, I'm gonna take out a bunch of these bitches, you know? And you're gonna see that. It's just statistics. It's just fucking statistics. That's all it is. Just statistics. Someone is gonna be fed up, and then it's gonna be the whole, right? Then it's gonna be the whole fucking, Luigi thing. And it'll be like the school shootings. Oh, this guy did it and didn't give a fuck, right? And the other people, and then it's gonna be, yeah, go ahead. Show your fucking faces, motherfucker, because someone is gonna just come up and fucking cap you. They're just gonna cap you, and they're like, go ahead, fucking shoot me. I don't give a fuck, but I'm taking out a few of you motherfuckers with me, right? That's the kind of hate that we have now brewing in America. That's the kind of response that is coming to these motherfuckers, these Nazi motherfuckers, right? When you got a population with 400 million, right? 400 million weapons, it's just statistics. There is going to be someone who's going to say, fuck it, right? And then more people are going to say, fuck it. And then every time, then what's going to happen, see, that's what's going to happen next, is you're going to have trigger-happy fucking ICE agents, and the moment someone moves, then you're going to have civilians slaughtered. It's, because they don't have the experience, they don't have the trigger control, they don't have the emotional control. When you've got like on this stream, when you've got a woman being held down by 3 officers, and then and one of them is at point blank range spraying chemical into that woman's face, right? There's nothing legal about it. There's no justification for that shit. Nothing, period. You have her detained. If you have to, and now you're gonna fucking spray chemical irritant that could potentially kill her, cause her, long-term damage to her system, or like you said, using 5-year-olds in order to bait out people to arrest them. How sick do you have to be to think that shit's okay? Oh, I'm gonna use this 5-year-old. I'm gonna arrest a kid in school in order for me to bait out, someone, from that, a family member, in order to make an arrest because I get a quota, because I get paid. They're slave catchers, right? These are the new slaves. These motherfuckers are slave catchers. They're getting their bonus. They want to get their bonus. It's all about getting their bonus. How much bonus? These motherfuckers, dude, we're not going to forget. Every single one of these motherfuckers, has to live. They'll have to leave the country. They are earning blood money. And whatever shit happens to them, they deserve it. They fucking deserve it.
Aluminum.
And this guy, Bovino, that motherfucker is going to jail, dude. That motherfucker is got to be great. When that fucker is standing in a courtroom and he's in fucking shackles and chains, right? That little fucking Nazi is going to fucking jail. And then he's going to be his anus.
That's Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bovino appearing to give a like salute to the agents who work for him. Many have compared him to an SS commander, and not just because of his distinctive trench coat uniform. He's led the most violent of the ice raids, getting into multiple legal battles.
He's doing fucking Nazi salutes
against protesters, clergy, and journalists in Chicago. The guy literally led a midnight raid into an apartment building and arrested children. Agents used Black Hawk helicopters and flashbang grenades, then filmed it for propaganda. He was also behind the operation in Minneapolis when Renee Good was fatally shot by an ICE agent. These tactics are under scrutiny in cities across the country because of widespread warrantless stops, heavy use of force, and violent raids. But if we back up and look at Trump's DHS as a whole, this kind of makes sense because the agency hasn't hidden its intent to attract men aligned with white supremacist ideology. Recently, DHS referenced a neo-Nazi anthem in a recruitment ad. In October, it posted an image of George Washington on a horse with the phrase "America for Americans," a slogan widely associated with the KKK. That same month, it posted night imagery, frequently used in propaganda to brand themselves as crusaders defending Europe. And in an August post, DHS wrote, "Which Way, American Man?" a reference to a 1978 book by a Nazi author which promotes racist and violent ideology. Gregory Bovino isn't a one-off. He's the encapsulation of Trump's authoritarian immigration policy. But here's the thing. They're trying to instill fear with these costumes and aggressive tactics, but we see them for how pathetic and desperate they really are. That's why people are still standing up to protect their communities.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit, dude.
That's Border Patrol Commander Gregory
Doing
Bovino,
a Nazi
appearing to give
salute.
a like salute to the
Fucking
agent's
Nazi
brand.
salute.
Many have compared him to an SS commander, and not just because of his distinctive trench coat uniform. He's led the most violent of the ICE raids, getting into multiple legal battles about his tactics, like
what a piece of shit, dude. These motherfuckers, dude, they are pieces of fucking shit. And we're not gonna forget. And there's more of us than them, right? America will fucking burn before we let these motherfuckers take America.
His team's use of tear gas in residential neighborhoods, most recently while children were walking to a Halloween parade. Bovino himself seen on camera appearing to throw tear gas here. DHS saying in that instance, Bovino was responding after being hit in the head with a rock, an account bystanders dispute. He previously defended its use of tear gas across the city, arguing agents were under threat. The judge saying it was difficult for her to see why that level of force was necessary, mandating Bovino and the Border Patrol wear and use body cameras. So what's behind Bovino's quick rise to center stage? He's not one of the Border Patrol's top leaders in Washington, leading a relatively quiet sector in Eastern California. Starting during the Biden administration, Bovino making himself seen and heard, posting provocative, highly produced videos of border agents in the field. His team's use of tear gas in residential neighborhoods, most recently while children were walking.
Welcome to Patrol Live. We got more than
Did nothing wrong and they all just wanted us out in handcuffs.
A mom is horrified by what's unfolding on her surveillance system.
I wanted to just be here with her and I couldn't.
That's why you never open the door. Never fucking open the door to police unless they slide a warrant under your door and it's not an administrative warrant.
Are inside her house and they're confronting her teenage daughter.
Manhandling a teenage girl.
Mom desperately tries to call out to them.
Officer, you know I'm talking to the speaker.
The confrontation between the cops and daughter gets heated. 4 Los Angeles County deputies surround the girl as she's put in handcuffs.
You see these big 3 guys coming to her.
Then, her 14-year-old brother is arrested. He tries to record what was happening with his cell phone.
Pushes him against the wall. Why would you be holding him like he was a criminal? You're holding me so tight.
The sheriff's department says they responded to a call at this apartment complex of someone screaming and possibly being assaulted. But daughter Eliza says the front door was closed. Deputies entered without permission.
This was outrageous to me. These are kids in their own home. Parents are not there. And these officers took it upon themselves to barge in.
You guys are earning the hate.
We did nothing wrong.
This is a big industrial area in Kanazawa. A lot of big factories here. SDS, Japan something, Japan Steel, looks like they're warehousing there. I think a lot of workmen.
Mr. Smith, let me ask you something. Does pardoning violent rioters who brutalize law enforcement officers, spray peppering them, tasering them, beating them up, kicking them, smashing them in door frames, make our country safer?
Absolutely not.
As a prosecutor, can you describe why these pardons make our communities less safe and undermine our criminal legal system more broadly?
The people who assaulted police officers and were convicted after trial, in my view, and I think in the view of the judges who sentenced them to prison, are dangers to their community. As you've mentioned, some of these people have already committed crimes against their communities again, and I think all of us, if we're reasonable, know that there's going to be more crimes committed by these people in the future. I do not understand why you would mass pardon people who assaulted police officers. I don't get it. I never will.
That's exactly right. And none of this is a coincidence. The entire...
I don't care what you're doing. You need to stop.
Yeah, now some of these people are probably working for ICE.
I just want to genuinely say thank you to Joe Rogan, to Theo Vaughn, to Andrew Schultz for using your platform to ensure that we, the American people, were protected against violent criminals, for helping elect Donald Trump, who was going to and continues to protect us against violent criminals. If you didn't see, on Tuesday, this violent criminal was detained outside of Minneapolis.
5-year-old kid.
This violent criminal's name is Liam Ramos. He's 5 years old.
5 years old.
His cubby, while he was being detained, was a toy turtle, a blanket, and a worksheet that was used to help him outline the letter W as he learns to read and write. His father and him entered the U.S. through a legal asylum entry point. They did it the right way. And now him and his father are detained and likely being sent somewhere in Texas. His older brother came home to find Liam missing. So we, the American people, we just want to say thank you, Joe Rogan.
Thank you, Joe Rogan.
Schultz. Thank you, Theo Vaughn.
Thank
for
you.
the work that you did to get us here, for the work that you did to ensure that Liam is now being
Thanks,
sent to
Joe.
Texas, and that we are
Thanks, Joe,
protected
for using your
from his
platform
crime.
to elect this fucking fascist Nazi.
Liam, his family,
Yeah.
his brother,
On his behalf, all these other, because of what
you did together.
Handling him again, mental decline. They had to pat him on the head and give little Trump a bind label on the spine that said accomplishments that he could come up to the podium with him, like some sort of participation certificate, to start bringing in a rambling, deranged, unhinged press conference today.
Yeah.
One in which, just to make my point, after finding out, somebody whispering in his ear, that Renee Good, who was shot, killed, and murdered by ICE agents on January the 7th, her parents were maybe Trump supporters, he said out loud, "I hope her parents still love me," even though his ICE agents committed, in his words, his confession, the tragedy of shooting Renee Good in the head. We had updates in Minneapolis, in Minnesota, about the lawsuits, about who the Department of Justice and FBI is investigating, all right here, centered around Donald Trump's press conference. I'm Michael Popak. If you like this update,
Watch the most fuel-efficient driving machine.
Ah, these fuckers, dude. fuckers. Look, I'm being...
ICE does not belong on this property at all. We do not support ICE. Get off of our property. Bye. 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 Get out of my way. I'm trying to leave. Get out of the way. Yeah. Hey. Move on. Hey, he's trying to get out of here. You guys, hey, watch out behind you. Get out of my way. Get out of my seat. You're welcome. ICE does not belong on this property at all. We do not support ICE. Get off of our property. Bye.
In the immortal words of Judge Novak from just yesterday, this charade of Lindsay Halligan masquerading as the United States Attorney in direct defiance of binding court orders must come to an end. Page 17 of his order from yesterday, and several hours later, it mercifully did. Because Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, no, Donald Trump, pulled the plug on Lindsay Halligan, threw her under the bus, withdrew her nomination, I presume, to the Senate, and took her out as the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia, the hand-picked, inexperienced novice prosecutor, never been a prosecutor before September, going after Donald Trump's political rivals like Letitia James and James Comey. If you like this update,
here's how often you should take oil of oregano.
Yeah, how, I mean, this...
Detained a 5-year-old on his way home from school to trick his dad into getting detained, and then took both of them. So lawyers for the family have said that the ICE agents essentially used Liam Ramos, the 5-year-old child, as bait. They took him from school, led him out of the car to his front door, and told him to knock and ask to be let in to see if anyone else was home. Then Liam and his father were both taken into custody. Zena Stebnick, the school superintendent, said she and 2 other principals in the district drove to the home as soon as they heard about what happened. And she reportedly begged ICE to let her take Liam so he wouldn't be put in detention, but was refused. Liam's older brother, who is in middle school, arrived just 20 minutes later to find both his brother and father missing. According to their lawyers, the family had an active asylum case and were doing everything by the book, yet they were still taken. This is now the 4th incident since the ICE raid started in Minneapolis that a kid has been taken by ICE in the same school district. Literal kids are essentially being kidnapped. ICE just detained a 5-year-old on his way home from school to trick his dad into getting detained, and then took both of them. So lawyers for the family have said that
that is proof beyond a reasonable doubt that the crap you were shoveling did not pass the smell test with the American people. To put it bluntly, Mr. Smith, the stink remains on you. And lastly, I would like to quickly address the police officers of January 6th. Mr. Dunn, Mr. Fanone, Mr. Gonell, Mr. Hodges. I'm a member of the new select committee to actually examine what happened that day. And I can tell you, gentlemen, that the fault does not lie with Donald Trump. It lies with Yogananda Pittman and the U.S. Capitol leadership team. We know they had the intelligence, and there was going to be a high propensity violence that day. Claim my time, yeah.
You will be in order. The time belongs to the gentleman from Texas. We've had some disruptions already. We don't need that. Let the gentleman may continue.
Sir, that is proof beyond a reasonable doubt that the crap you...
Fucking... These fuck turds, dude. Alright, I need to find some place to stop. I'm hungry. I haven't really seen any fast food places on the way here. What's up? There's a what's up right there. Wonder what that what's up was. What the fuck is that what's up? Did you see that what's up we just drove by? What's up? Big old what's up. Fucking should have gone there. It looked like a little. I'm still 27 minutes away. We'll see. I haven't seen, like, have you noticed that in Japan, it isn't like just lining with fast food joints, fast food. Did you notice that? Or maybe there is, I just don't recognize them. I mean, there's food. This is food. This is food on the left, right? There's food there advertising to the right, probably. There's a gas station. Yeah, there's a little food right there. Oh, that looks like a Niku place. It's got a picture of a bull with a nose ring. I bet that's... No, I want something on this side of the road. Oh my God. All right. I need to fucking get... My feet are freezing. That's where you say hard dicks and airplanes. Which one are you riding? Oh, I can actually put things on. Fucking nuts. I know, no shit, dude. Oh, I found out I can actually just tap on the screen and see the messages. And then they disappear. Interesting. I know, dude. It's America's reaching a breaking point. Individuals, when you see 5-year-olds being kidnapped and used like that, and I mean, where's the mother? Where's the the middle school? I mean, the middle schooler comes in. Now they're separated. And are they they're not bringing out social services or anything. They're kidnapping them. They're putting them in. That's an interesting place. Yeah, I haven't seen any McDonald's. Have you seen a McDonald's yet? I haven't seen a McDonald's. I think I'm looking for a sushi. I haven't seen a sushi place. We'll stop for sushi. This is flurries. Look at this little fluffy snow coming in now. Big old snowflakes. Look at the size of these snowflakes. These are gigantuous snowflakes. These are huge, fluffy snow. Some big flakes. Yeah, you can see them landing on the car in front of me. They're huge. Little cotton balls. Some of them are massive. I see them flying by. See if I see a sushi place or something. I haven't found anything on the left. I see food. Actually, there's more food on the right than there is on the left. I'm seeing all sorts of food. See, there's a sushi place right there. Sushi roll right across the street. God damn it. I don't really want to cross. Should I go curry? There's that hachi, that's what's it called? I don't like that place. Never mind. I thought it was something else. It's hachi ramen. I don't like it. We're getting into this pretty big city. Kanazawa is a pretty big city. So that place there is interesting. Like double layer. Interesting. They since the space was so small, they you know, built the parking lot underneath the space. There's a Starbucks. Fuck Starbucks, dude. Not spending money at Starbucks. There's a meat place, but they're closed right now. That's a big kanji on the right, yellow. That's book. That's a bookstore. That's kanji. That's hon. That's the kanji for book. Looks like a lot of times an Indian. You know what? Indian food. If I come across an Indian restaurant, I'll do an Indian. Brandoff, Dyson. I would do an Indian restaurant. There's no Dunkin' Donuts here. So that wasn't so bad. It's nice that the road's all clear here, like the edge. What the fuck's edge? It's cars, used cars. What's that place there? Not sure. That was a restaurant though. Could have gone there. What should I do? Which way am I going? Straight? Guess I'm going straight. Well, there's snooker place, pool hall. A pool hall there. What's this here? What's this place on the left? No cars. I don't know what this is. This problem being in Japan, it's like you just don't know. Like this place right here, what the fuck is this place? You know? So it looks like an eatery, but it's open 11 till 9, I guess. I don't know what it is. No one here. Maybe a doctor's office, maybe a restaurant. I don't know, it doesn't look like it. Looks like it's a restaurant. It's got one car there. That guy's walking. Getting wet. The little monk there. I should go eat the little monk place. There's Undao-do. Look, that looks like Undao-do place right there. The little Undao-do. What the hell is it? A little blue hair. Should have gone there. That was calling me. I should dye my hair blue like that. Oh, look at this here. What is this place? I don't see anyone there. I'm going really slow. I must be pissing off the people behind me. That place looks good. No lights on though. I think they're open. Oh shit. I think I wanted to go off of this. Oh shit. Missed my turn. I wanted to get off under here. Fuck me. Missed my turn, folks. Need to get off the next turn. Alright. Stuck on here. Trail. Alright. Wasn't paying attention. I want to turn right here. This truck pissed off at me. Turn right here. Should need to find a place to get off because I got to check where the hotel. It's 3 o'clock. I can check into the hotel. He did whip it over. Like me going slow. He whipped it over good. Didn't you get the impression he was pissed? Fucking slow ass Fakui driver. Alright, let's see here. Pre-owned cars. Poor kid walking home wet. So, I mean, this snow. Yeah. Get all the cars. Here. I'm gonna have to, hold on here. I'll have to check. Cancel this stream. Hey Siri, open YouTube. I don't want that fucking YouTube open. Hey Siri, open YouTube. Hey Siri, open Maps. Hey Siri, open Maps. God, I gotta get off the street here. I'm gonna have to end the stream. I can't switch out of this fucking view, dude. I can't switch out of this thing to get to my hey Siri, open line. Hey Siri, open WhatsApp. Hey Siri. Bitch. I need to pull off somewhere. I need to find somewhere to pull off. Deal with this. Here, we're gonna get off here at this convenience store. Perfect. Now there's a sushi place right across the street too. All right, guys, I'm gonna end this stream and start it up again on the other way because I can't maneuver around on this long view stream. I can't maneuver, like I can't switch to check the phone and shit like that. So I'll be back. Guys.